I met this man who is Mr. K on NBC's Go On. He has gone on to other shows, including Mr. Mercedes right here on Audience that returns for season 3 in September. Also, Stranger Things. Can't get any hotter show than that on Netflix, as well as Fleabag on Amazon. Good to see you, Brett Gelman.
Great to see you, Rich.
Yeah, Brockman, to use the phrase sometime. We had Rob Lowe on our show recently, and he said that who was it that always shortened the name of
Tom Cruise?
Okay, so we did a couple episodes of Go together.
Oh,
yeah, we did, or On. Which one would that be?
I think it's Go.
We did some On together. You and I did that.
Yeah.
So and it's funny, like
Goon.
We did some Goon together. Yeah, we did, and that was always fun. That was a fun being on that set.
It was a fun set. Yeah,
it was
really. Everybody got along really well. And it was, I really loved playing that character. I got like a chance to play like my archetypical like sitcom, NBC sitcom weirdo.
Right.
Yeah.
You're like the Kramer.
Exactly.
You're like the Kramer of Go On.
Or the Reverend Jim.
Yes,
that's what
Taxi.
Matthew Perry would say.
Is that
like,
right?
You're like the Reverend Jim of this show.
Okay, no kidding.
Which was cool.
Okay.
Yeah, because I love Christopher Lloyd.
Sure.
In that show, and everything is.
Well, you're
amazing.
great. You're great in everything that you're doing, man.
Oh my God, thank you.
I mean,
Means so much coming from you.
Oh no, I appreciate you even saying that, and I appreciate you being here. Where are you from originally? Where are you from?
I'm from the suburbs of Chicago.
Okay.
A suburb called Highland Park.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Okay, so does that make you Cubs, White Sox? What does that make you here?
Well, it was kind of like split there, but I think it was Cubs. I think I was Cubs.
Okay.
But I was never like completely loyal.
Okay.
But yeah.
So,
I think it was Cubs. But my uncle and my cousins were like diehard White Sox fans.
Okay.
So if I ever wore Cubs paraphernalia, they would get really upset.
Well, that's a problem. You need to avoid all that.
Right, no. So I didn't wear it around them.
But you're a Bulls guy from anybody's a Bulls guy from Chicago, right?
Yeah, no. I was really lucky to grow up getting to go to those games. A lot.
In the old Chicago Stadium you're talking about. The old brick building that you could actually fit inside the entire United Center right now.
Yeah. I went to a lot of games there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you were there from the beginning of the Jordan era, pretty much.
I was like before there were championships being won. I was seeing that, and Jordan lived in my hometown too.
So was Jordan a neighbor of yours? Is that what you're saying? Like you'd see him tooling around. You'd see him tooling around in his car.
One time though, on the school bus.
Yes.
He was in back of our school bus in his vet. It said Air One, and then you saw like the visor, and we're all like, we're all like at the back of the bus screaming, no movement, no acknowledgement from
So hold on a minute. You're on your school bus.
Yeah.
Looking out the back of your school bus.
Yeah.
And you see Jordan's driving behind your school bus.
Yes. It was crazy.
And he made no acknowledgement of that. Did he even give you a wave? Not even a courtesy wave?
No. I don't think that's Jordan's style. I don't think it's Pippen's either. No, one time Pippen was, Pippen tailgated me on the highway one time. There was like this red BMW convertible behind me. I was like, what's going on with this guy? What's his problem?
Yeah.
And I'm like, giving him the finger out the window, and then he just like zoomed by me. I was like, oh my God, that was Pippen. I was like, hey.
You flipped the bird to Scottie Pippen?
I did. My anger left though very quickly as I saw that it was him. I was
Isn't
like,
that great?
Oh, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, you know what? Road rage quickly slips away when a top 50 all-time NBA player that's won you multiple championships.
Exactly. I also saw, we were on the way to the game one time, and like we were running late, and then we see black vet Air One booking it down the highway, and we're like, oh, Michael's late too. To the game. But the craziest Michael Jordan thing that happened to me was that I trick-or-treated at his house.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere here.
Wow. Yeah.
Okay, so walk me through this. Brett Gelman here on the Rich Eisen Show.
It was like the last it was like the first Halloween where me and my friends, we didn't wear costumes. And so you're not wearing costumes anymore. You've become like hoodlums and vandals. So you're like, you've opted out of the costume to start wearing like black hoodies. And instead of, bags for candy, you have shaving cream cans and eggs. And so
you're more into the trick part of it is what you're saying.
We went like away from treat for the first year and went very heavily into trick. And so us and like a bunch of kids from the school, there was like a planned like shaving cream rumble essentially where we like met on a street to just chuck a bunch of eggs and cover each other in shaving cream. So we got together, we started doing that. The cops, of course, came. We booked it, me and like a few friends. And then suddenly we found ourselves like in the middle of this neighborhood. And one of the guys I was with was like, hey, I think Michael Jordan lives near here. And this is like right when he had become like the best,
Yes,
but wasn't so famous that he even needed to gate himself from
we're
the
talking
rich Jews of my community.
So we're talking like late 90s here. Pretty much, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
or maybe like mid 90s.
So we're talking maybe late 80s.
Yeah, they had not won a championship.
Okay,
yet.
Okay,
yeah.
so we're talking late
early
80s.
90s. Yeah, late 80s,
early 90s.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
bad. Late 80s, early 90s.
Doug Collins is the coach.
I was in junior high.
Okay, Charles Oakley is helping maybe Michael try and win titles.
Yeah. No, I think it was pre-Jackson. It was pre-Phil
losing
Jackson.
to the bad boy Detroit Pistons.
Exactly.
Okay, so now we've set the stage. Okay.
And so we're like, yeah, let's go, even though we're not in costume, let's go trick or treat at his house. So we go to his house, we ring his doorbell, and he answers the door.
What?
Which we couldn't believe. I mean, I thought it was going to be like a butler or something. And he answers the door, and we're just standing there like shaking, like, oh my God, I can't believe it. And we're like, trick or treat.
Right.
And he just like nods to us, walks to the bowl that he's got like on his table in the foyer, and gave us Big Mac coupons, free Big Mac coupons.
Nothing but net. He got him from him.
Company man.
And
like-
Bird. Him and Bird.
Amazing.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
That is
champ.
incredible.
Just like him to the T. Even in trick or treating, here's
He's on
free
brand.
Big Macs.
A bottle of Coca-Cola.
And I never used it.
Never?
Of course.
You just
I
framed
kept
it, right?
I didn't frame it, and I don't know where it is now. I'm very upset about it.
I
Maybe
think
it's like in a bin.
It's definitely
somewhere.
past its expiration date.
Yeah,
Brett.
no, I
think
know,
so.
but like I would love to have it so I can be like, the greatest, the greatest gave this to me. And then we were like, oh, thank you so much. And he was like, happy Halloween. And he slammed the door. It was crazy.
Gift certificates from.
Yeah.
Hey, man, he
That's
had 'em.
great. That's great.
So basically, he didn't pay for what he was giving out.
No.
These are freebies.
Definitely not. And why would he? Why would he? I would be disappointed if he did.
He's so on brand.
I know.
God
It's
bless him.
wild. So amazing.
What a
man.
story.
Crazy.
Brett Gelman here on the Rich Eisen Show. Oh my God, that is amazing.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about some of your projects, if we can call it that. Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Is as huge a television hit as there is anywhere, and you are speaking.
Crazy.
You are speaking Russian in this show.
I am.
Do you know how to actually speak the language? Or have you been hooked on phonics here? Are you not
I
at
wish
all?
I did, but I also wish I didn't, because it makes me look way more impressive as an actor that I didn't know the
Well,
language showing up.
you're method acting is what you're doing, right?
Right. Well, yeah, to a degree, yeah. No, I spent months in Russia. I had a coach, and like, it's funny. I was at a bar the other night, and this Russian woman came up and just started speaking to me, which I guess is the highest compliment I could get.
Just
over
assumes
that aspect of my performance.
Did you
So,
understand what you
I
were
had no idea. I only learned the lines, Rich. But I repeated them and went over what.
Yeah.
Of course, like Alec, who plays Alexei, was saying to me, so that I understood what he was saying. But yeah, there was an understanding of those scenes, but nothing beyond that. Absolutely not. That would be so hard. It would take me a couple years.
So it is amazing what this show has become, isn't it? Though
it's crazy. It's crazy, and it's like a real thrill to be a part of it. And it's also funny because there's like kind of like a disconnect of when you're working on it, because it feels like this. It's this familial environment. It feels small in a way, even though you're doing like these big set pieces at times.
Right.
But like, it's crazy that when you're on that red carpet, and it's like you're on like a Star Wars or Marvel level red carpet and reception.
yes.
And these like kids are just being screamed at like they're like the Beatles, and but then they're these great kids, all the kids on there are great. So it's wild, but it's so cool because not only is it, I really think it's an incredible show.
Is there a season 4 in talks right now that we can? Talk
I think so. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I'm a part of it yet, but I hope I am.
Well, I mean, my gosh,
I mean, they better, right?
what the hell? I mean, what are we talking about here?
I don't know. I hope so. Because I really love the show and I love working with everybody on it. Matt and Ross Duffer are true visionaries.
And as if that's not enough, Fleabag is as critically acclaimed as they come. You are fantastic in that show, man.
Thank you so much.
Is that a good thing that you play a believable dirtbag, Brett? I mean,
I think so. I think so. I mean, yeah, because them people see me in life and they're like, oh my God, you're the nicest person I've ever met. Oh my God, I love you so much.
Well, that's good. Yeah,
No,
nobody
they don't
says,
do
wow,
that.
you do
They
remind
don't
me of
do
some
that.
sexually awkward guy that.
No, everybody always comes up to me and is like, hey, I hate you, but I love you. And I'm like, okay, cool. Thank you. No, I have like a lot of empathy for that character. I think that I don't think down deep, like deep down, he's a bad guy.
Right.
I think he is incredibly messed up and like hates himself to like the most that a person can. He's an alcoholic. So you're not really with those, you're not really going to be acting right with that recipe,
Right, and I was telling you, off in our green room that my wife and I have watched it, and it's funny. Like we're both laughing at different parts of the show. You come at it from different angles.
Yeah.
And it really is. It's funny and it makes you think, and it's great. I really enjoy
well,
it.
that's like the mark of a great show. I think that it can like connect on several levels, in different ways.
Right. And then you've got Mr. Mercedes that's returning to audience coming up in September 10th. Have you met Stephen King? Is he?
Unfortunately, I've not met Stephen King.
That would be amazing.
I can't believe that I'm, in something that was born from his mind. That's
Right.
crazy.
I know.
And I hope I get to meet him so I can tell him how much I
What's your favorite
love him.
Stephen King? If you had to pick one out.
My favorite Stephen King, I think, I think it might be The Shining.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah. I'm
absolutely with you.
That's really something. It's
That
messed
one-
up.
I love Misery. Obviously, that was another great one.
Of course.
And then if we could go in the other direction. Stand by Me is Stephen King.
Love that.
The
yeah.
Running Man.
Yeah.
Stephen
exactly.
King.
Hey.
And Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah. No,
right?
there's so much. I mean, he's like this person who just he's omnipresent in our culture
Right.
and has like helped shape it.
No question about it. And then,
taste
but The
and
Running
whatnot.
Man is the only Stephen King vehicle that gave us Richard Dawson as an evil game show host, which for me is like that's the ultimate right then and there. Right?
Yeah, and he was amazing. He's brilliant in that.
I
He
know.
really is brilliant.
Him
in
giving
that
out the
movie.
Running Man home game was, and then just one quick snippet before he sent Jim Brown and Jesse. I think he was the body. He wasn't
body
the
back
mind
then.
venture
Yeah.
yet to their untimely demises. Spoiler alert. Great stuff.
I know. I'm always, seeing Jesse the Body in anything
From back
was
in
always a predator.
We went down a Sean Young wormhole the minute he sat down
yeah,
because she was in No Way Out, which is what we
Right,
talked
right,
about before you sat down.
Exactly. A great Hackman performance.
And yes, and I always have to bring up things and put it into sports perspective for anybody who's out there in our audience. For that.
Of course.
Sean Young played the villain in Ace Ventura: Pet Detective.
She did.
I don't know. Does that
know.
bring this full circle?
No,
Half circle? I
it
don't know what
totally
this
does
right here.
because I sort of right now am dressed like a dark, very stylish version of Ace Ventura. It's like if you turned it all black on Ace Ventura and
I
made
know.
it a little more fitted
Yes.
and, gave him some shoes without socks.
You do.
Then
you
I'm
did. By the way, you went.
Alrighty then.
You went side.
Alrighty then.
You went side buckle dress
I
shoes.
did, yeah.
It's a
I know.
double side buckle, no socks, and were these like capri pants? Do you have on?
They're
here?
like,
What do what do we
I
have
don't
here,
know.
Brett?
They're like, they're cropped. We're into this like cropped look, cropped no sock look right now.
I love it.
That we've been going with.
I know. Well, you
I mean,
said
look at those ankles. I mean, just
they are
luscious.
great. I know. You said that
and
your
moisturized.
parts of your family did not want you to wear white socks. It looks like you did today.
No, well, my family loves my ankles almost in an inappropriate way.
See, now it sounds like Fleabag right here.
Yeah, no, it
now
does.
we went
That is,
Fleabag-ish right there.
That
if we
is
can
some
use that.
Fleabag energy right there. Yeah, that's a Fleabag comment.
fantasy
Are they
name.
hiking up too much though? They're almost like over my calves.
No, it's
right
fine.
now. I should,
By the way, in terms of showing off ankles and calves, Brett,
right,
you're
no,
top
it's
5 in
great.
the history of the show.
Oh God,
You're top
maybe
5
I should
in
get
the
some
history of
sock tattoos.
You nailed
So
it.
that
You absolutely nailed it. So not many people can pull off the trifecta that you're pulling off right now
Thank
with
you
Mr.
very much.
Mercedes, where you play actually decent attorney at law. Coming up in September 10th is when the 10-episode season premieres right here on
Yeah.
Audience at 10 p.m. Eastern and Pacific. And then of course Fleabag and Stranger Things as well. And by the way, incredible Michael Jordan story. That is,
Thank you. You
that
like
is-
it?
Oh my God. You go trick or treating, and Michael Jordan answers his door in the late '80s and gives out Big Mac gift certificates.
it's crazy, right?
I wouldn't want it any other way, quite honestly.
I know. If you gave me Kit Kat, I'd be like, "Are you
Exactly.
sponsored by Kit Kat? Otherwise, get this out of my face."
Exactly. I know. It doesn't like if he just gave you regular candy or bottles of Gatorade.
Yeah,
No, I mean
right.
even that's. But just that's
a Big Mac coupon.
that's a hell of a payoff, Brett.
Right?
It is.
And I'm sure they maybe floated by him like, "You want Big Macs, like actual Big Macs." And he had the wherewithal to be like, "No, those will get cold."
Just right. Just call it. He
He
probably
thought
called up
about
David
us.
Falk. He goes, David,
Yo,
I got trick or treat.
give me like 1,000
These
of these
kids,
coupons.
these kids who are out of their youthful costume part of their lives. They're kind of they're covering around the goth, whatever the hell they're coming. They're going to come ringing at my bell. I got to give them something. So
I know.
hand me these Big Mac gift certificates.
Yeah. And then he was like, "Ooh, I gotta move to a gated
And
residence."
by the way, you were tailgated by every bull except Luke Longley. It sounds
Right.
like at some point in your life.
No, I know. Horace Grant rear-ended me one time. No, he did it. He did it in a parking lot.
Well, it's better than Rodman doing it. Hey, now.
is.
Okay,
Oh.
well, good to have you here on this show, Brett Gelman.
Yeah, great
Thank you. You
great
got
to
it.
be here, man.
You got it. At Brett Gelman on Instagram, where you have quite the following, as you say your mother likes to point out to you, right?
Jan, she likes to update my following on there, but it's not like as huge as many. But
It's
I'll take it.
all good. The summer of Gelman continues. Good to see you, Brett.
Great to see you.
Come back anytime, brother.
Oh my God, please.
You got it.
I had the best time.
We'll finish up this show and set up the rest of the week in a moment.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.